Hey yo, what is up, guys? Your boy is back with me talking about WrestleMania 29. It was 10 years ago. WrestleMania 39 is coming up this weekend. I am so excited about WrestleMania 39. So I've decided to talk about all the WrestleManias from 9, 19, and now 29. And 29 is the only one I really have that I was a fan for, really. So yeah, let's talk about it. And there was like the people, they'd call this show Rematch Mania when I like come in and do it because of the Rock and John Cena rematch and the Brock Lesnar Triple H rematch. So yeah, there was a lot of jokes being made about this online and stuff. And yeah, I remember just being really into wrestling at this time. I actually went and saw this show at a movie theater. I had my mom take me to it, and I was so excited to go. I was so excited about the CM Punk's Undertaker match. I was just really excited, and I was just such a huge fan at the time. And as you can tell today, I'm actually still a huge fan. So I wonder if my younger self could see me today, what he would really say. So I'm actually like really curious about that. That'd be kind of funny. Anyway, so we're just going to talk about the show. And yeah, if you want to see the star ratings for the matches I talk about, that'll be in the description below. So yeah, let's talk about the show. Show opened with The Shield versus Sheamus, Big Show, and Randy Orton. Now, The Shield, they were a big deal back at that time. And yeah, they for their first 6 or 7 months on the main roster, they went undefeated. They just beat everybody. I think in the previous pay-per-view, they beat John Cena in the main event match with Sheamus, and I can't remember who the partner, I think it was Ryback. Yeah, so they beat a lot of stars, Kane, Daniel Bryan, all around this time. So yeah, they were a big deal, and their entrance here at WrestleMania was awesome. Seeing them come through the crowd, and they had a great match to open the show. I forgot just how great this match was. I was just watching it. It's just pro wrestling again, done to a T. The Shield, they're just rabid dogs. The story on the good guy side was that Randy Orton and Sheamus kept tagging each other in, and they would tag in the Big Show, and the Big Show had to tag himself in, and yeah, it kind of led to a lot of breakdown during the match, all the way into the main event when Randy Orton did get hit with the spear, and Big Show did not come and help him. The main event, the ending of the match. But yeah, this match was just crazy, just balls to the wall action. Randy Orton hit an awesome RKO on Seth Rollins. Sheamus just beat the shit out of both Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose's chest. It was really cool seeing the young Roman Reigns in this match. So yeah, this match, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. The storytelling in it was so much fun. And yeah, Big Show's big spear on everybody was really great. And yeah, I'm sorry guys, but sorry, I'm getting over a cold here. So yeah, it's not, yeah. Anyways, so the next match I want to talk about here is an interesting one, which is Chris Jericho versus Fandango. And yeah, this is kind of interesting looking back on this because Fandango is in complete obscurity and was pretty much in obscurity except for this match alone. He didn't really do it. Not like, I don't know if maybe like some people probably remember for other stuff, but it's really just this match alone with Chris Jericho is really what he's remembered for. So yeah, Chris Jericho pretty much just dominated the first half, most of the match pretty much. But Fandango, he hit that awesome leg drop off the top rope. And I remember everyone talking about the time, like Hulk Hogan's back went out just doing a leg drop. This guy's doing a leg drop off the top rope all the time. So guy better be careful. Also, it's just the match is also remembered for is the fact that Chris Jericho lost. So to Fandango, and Fandango went absolutely nowhere after this. So yeah, kind of a waste of Chris Jericho in a way. I don't even remember what Fandango ended up doing. I think he got injured, and then they just kind of never used him again. I think that's kind of what happened. The next match here I want to talk about is Team Hell No versus Dolph Ziggler and Big E. Now, they said this is Big E's debut match on the main roster at WrestleMania. And yeah, he was jacked at that time. I mean, I'm really... I am so sorry, guys. Big E, yeah. So, yeah, the match, it was a really good just tag match, just really fun, high-paced action. Kane and Big E doing their power big man spots of Big E just picking up and throwing around Kane. And yeah, it had a really fun start to the match with AJ Lee kissing Dolph Ziggler, and then Daniel Bryan kicking Dolph in the head. Call back to the WrestleMania 28 match. Yeah, Daniel Bryan and Kane pick up the victory. Just a solid match here from everybody involved. Yeah, so a really cutting edge story they did going into this WrestleMania was Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio. Now, this is like kind of crazy that they were doing this at the time, where they were talking about immigration and stuff like that, and kind of covering some political stuff. And yeah, really, really interesting that they would decide to do a story like this headed into WrestleMania. And it was really cool, and it really just built up a huge rivalry between each guy. And they both had, yeah, so the match itself, it was a really good match, just a really well wrestled match. Yeah, it was, yeah, I think it was kind of like Jack Swagger's ankle lock versus Alberto Del Rio's cross arm breaker. And yeah, just a solid match with both what's the dude's name? The dude who do Alberto's personal ring announcing, and Dutch Mantel was there. Oh my gosh, I'm really, really sorry. So yeah, the match itself, it was a really good match, and yeah, the cross arm breaker at the end where Jack Swagger comes back into the ring and Alberto Del Rio catches him. Solid stuff. Next up, as I alluded to at the beginning of the video, the match I was most excited for was The Undertaker versus CM Punk. Undertaker's last time the streak was still intact at WrestleMania 29. So yeah, a lot of allure over this, and CM Punk was just such a huge deal at the time, and they both just had these really, really awesome entrances. And the match itself is just completely amazing. It was great wrestling, great storytelling. I am so sorry. The whole storyline leading up to this was about how Paul Bearer had passed away, and Undertaker was gonna fight for respect to get back the urn, and CM Punk was messing around with the urn and stuff, just getting under Undertaker's skin, and just wrestled like a total douchebag throughout the entire match, doing like the Undertaker's old school, and what is it, like kind of like running away and like dodging and weaving to get out of the way of the Undertaker, until the Undertaker would eventually catch him. And yeah, I think it took 2 tombstones to put CM Punk away. I don't think he hit the last ride in this, but he hit a choke slam. But yeah, this match was just completely off the chain. I actually call it a 5-star match. I love this match. I don't see a flaw with it. So yeah, I love this match. I think it was amazing. I remember just sitting in the theater after like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how great that match was. And that's my honest take on this match here, is that it was amazing, and I love this match, and I look back on it with just such fond memories, and the entrances all the way down, just the wrestling of the match, and Undertaker just powering through all of Punk's moves like the Anaconda Vice and the GTS, and just, yeah, really good stuff. Next up, we had Brock Lesnar versus Triple H in the No Holds Barred match. Triple H's career was on the line. I'm happy. I had watched like the promo and stuff before this. So yeah, this was a really, really good match. I know at the time some people didn't really like this match, but I actually really liked it. It was super physical. They were suplexing each other on the outside. They were hitting each other with the chairs, and just like Triple H had this massive welt on his back after it. It was, yeah, just a really, really brutal match. The ending was actually really cool too, with Brock trying to get Triple H in the Kimura and Triple H having to fight out of the Kimura, and then he gets Brock in the Kimura, and then ultimately I think he hits him with the sledgehammer and pedigrees him on the steel steps. So yeah, I actually really like this match. I know some people didn't, but I think this is a great match, and I don't think it deserves really as much hate as it got, or I don't think it was really underwhelming at all. I think this is a really good match. I really like this match. So yeah, they ended up having a match the next month. I'll talk about that in a couple weeks here. I'll talk about that match. So stay tuned for that. Not really much else to say other than like Shawn Michaels was there. Paul Heyman got super kicked. And yeah, the F5s looked absolutely amazing. That's another thing. Brock's F5s just at that time were just peak Brock Lesnar. So yeah, Main event time, the rematch of what was the biggest wrestling match in history for pay-per-view. The Rock versus John Cena. John Cena's shot at redemption. And little do we know, this is The Rock's real, like, I know he had that match with Eric Rowan, but this is really The Rock's last match where he was The Rock wrestling in the ring. So, yeah, this was just a great, a really good match. I wouldn't say it was, like, it was a great match, but it was, like, it wasn't, like, a technical masterpiece. It was just really, like, the two biggest stars in wrestling just having a match, and you're just interested in it just because of that. So, yeah, it did kind of come down to a bit of a finisher fest, kind of similar to the Stone Cold versus The Rock match at 19. Kind of funny how that works. So maybe Cody and Roman's going to be a finisher fest at WrestleMania 39 here coming up. But yeah, they both just busted their ass. The Rock got injured in this match, and that's kind of what led to him not wrestling again. So that's kind of unfortunate. And yeah, the match itself, it kind of had a slow start with them trying to figure each other out. And it had a very defensive, like, game 7, trying to figure each other out and not go too balls to the wall crazy and just kind of capitalize on your chances type style. And yeah, I love the callback to the WrestleMania 28 match with John Cena going for the people's elbow. And yes, and The Rock getting up and then John Cena picking him up. And I thought that should have been the end of the match, but The Rock counted her out of that and hit the rock bottom anyways. And yeah, then they kind of went back and forth until John Cena eventually hit an 8A and won the match. So yeah, the Rock and John Cena, this is The Rock's really last match, and I thought it had a really great ending, and I don't think the fans really respected it as much as they should have, especially knowing what we know now, that this was really The Rock's last match and John Cena's last WrestleMania main event. I wish they would have just paid a little bit more respect to these guys rather than trying to boo. And yeah, I wish people, like now growing up that I've aged since this match, is that I can look back on things like that and be like, you should really just like enjoy things in the moment, because those moments aren't always going to be around forever. And yeah, so this is just one of those times where the people really should have enjoyed this a lot more than they did. And I thought it had a really great ending with Rock and John Cena saluting on the stage and shaking hands, and The Rock going up to his family after. And yeah, just overall, I thought this was an amazing WrestleMania. It was a lot better than I remember it being, and I think it's incredibly underrated. So yeah, let's hope WrestleMania 39 can match this and be just as great. I think it was built around 3 matches. Those 3 matches all delivered, and they made a ton of money off this. This did over 1 million buys. It got my ass out of the house when I was a depressed teenager to go and see it, and it just lifted my spirits so much. And yeah, honestly, I have just such a fond memory of just going to the theater, like I said, just eating popcorn and watching this and taking pictures of the screen because I was so excited. And like buying wrestling action figures, even though I was a teenager and probably should be buying action figures. Yeah, but whatever, it's all good. I really, really have a lot of fond memories with the show, just this time in general. So yeah, we're going to have more fond memories watching the WrestleMania 39 this weekend and going forward. So it's all good times all around. So let me know what you guys thought of WrestleMania 29 and what are your retrospective thoughts on it now. So like the video, comment, subscribe. Peace out, guys.